The I Don't Even Fucking Know podcast. Episode 1, Susan Senpai Notice Me. This is what I've decided to name my podcast now. So we're continuing our little, game of,
Need to check out those sites for Yuri.
of, Spider-Man here, and we've got the one and only Gare Bear and Ryan with the hard I joining me on here.
What's poppin'?
Howdy doody.
If you would like to, you could follow Ryan's podcast, the River Rats?
River Rats on, the Savage Lee channel, Savage_Lee.
Yeet. So, today on the docket, I've got, first off, Monkey Jones, who, as I'm sure anyone who ends up magically finding this will already know, lost his channel.
Watanabe gave
He had his channel deleted and given 3 strikes within 24 hours and therefore deleted before he could fix anything. His channel was removed for breaking community guidelines, although every guideline that they say he breaks has been shown unequivocally to not be true. However, you can go follow his girlfriend's channel, Jungle Jimmy.
My loyal listeners.
So, were they deleting his channel for, like, an agenda, or...?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Like, it's one of those things where, like, unequivocally... fuck, I forgot how to do that. It literally just told me how. Setting, there we go. Game, or was it audio? JJ Podcast. Sorry, JJ, I'm going to turn you off for now. You're still playing, I don't know why. Settings, game, cancel... or audio. Fine, it'll play for this one. But, yeah, no, deadass, like, it wasn't even a, like, valid thing. He's even proven it multiple times where he's basically said, hey, look, everything you've claimed, like, on Jungle Jimmy, he dropped a new video, and basically in that video, he goes through every single reason why his channel was allegedly terminated, and basically goes through and proves, no, none of this is legitimate, you're lying, give me the channel back.
Yeah, YouTube does the big gay.
Basically.
And I can probably now kiss my, chances of ever becoming a YouTuber goodbye, since I have said that.
Susan Senpai noticed me.
Susan
Dead
Senpai.
Dead
Susan
ass.
Sama.
I could never get
No, you gotta say Susan Senpai. Like, that fits. But, no, deadass, like, if Susan Wojcinski, like, tomorrow showed up, like, emailed me, and was like, hey, you've got to renounce all of your political views, but in exchange, I'll make sure that your YouTube channel is one of the biggest ones of 2019, I would find it difficult to say no. Like, I would still hold my political views in private, but I would just never comment. Like, people would be like, so what's your ideas on Trump's policies? I have no comment. Like, that would just be my constant reply. No one would ever know outside of my friend groups what my political views were. Because dead ass, I would just be like,
I would just say something like "big gay Lamau," and then just be on my
Actually,
way.
I would like drop low key hints, like be like "LOL Orange Man bad.exe." But in the meantime, I have to say, this is actually a solid game to play for like doing a podcast. Because, like, you can just swing around and shit and do, like, minor issues. But,
serious car accident down there. Looks bad.
no, it's definitively one of those situations where, like, a YouTuber has been screwed out of their channel for political purposes, and it's actually very worrying. Because, basically, they declared, all Elliot Rodgers content, to be against the rules. But they did not give any warning as to when that would apply or anything. And so, where's the other one? says, oh god, it's like all the way over here. This is a huge rat. Jesus.
Stay calm.
That actually reminds me. So Count Dankula, I'm pretty sure
Clear out so the
people know about him. He's the guy who
Oh, yeah.
taught his pug how to
Heil
lift
Hitler.
his paw, do the Nazi salute.
Heil Hitler.
He has 0% monetization on his channel.
Like, okay, the
And-
monetization I can forgive YouTube for.
There's something prefacing that. The morning before that happened, asking him about the monetization of his channel, and then he received a notice saying that due to manual review,
Drug trade's gotten more aggressive post.
his
Gotta stump
like
that out.
all of the videos have been deemed non-advertiser friendly.
Income tax like this.
And he did more research into it, and even videos where there's nothing like out and out bad about it, they're still demonetized.
No, that's not true. He said that they were put under manual review. Like he
Yeah.
would literally have a video of his dogs playing around,
My auntie.
and they would get put under manual review.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
here's the dealio. Like,
Literally
I
just
feel.
because he's Count Dankula.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, here's the dealio. On the whole manual review thing,
Tried mixing
So-
up a prototype web.
Tumblr banned all. We can kind of segue into my second point here of the internet and Apple specifically trying to infantilize everyone. But so Tumblr banned all NSFW content, and Tumblr has been going through a long period of time where they've had major issues with porn bots, which is the number one reason why they got rid of things and were trying to clean things up, because it was so ridiculously prevalent that the Apple iTunes store basically said we're not going to have Tumblr anymore. They said they're done.
Step in.
They said
Try and guess how I feel about bullies.
oh damn it. So basically they said
I realize the irony
that
in me saying this. I hope you've learned.
they are words are bad. So Apple has kind of a monopoly because a lot of people use iPhones, and that was weird. And basically Apple says no naughty content on iPhones, which is why the Reddit app for
Spider plush.
why the Reddit app is different for Apple versus Android.
Why is it different for iPhone?
Because
Well, how is it different?
it has no NSFW content on it. Or at least it's not supposed to.
A lot of the Reddit pages have to flag their channels. Have to flag the Reddit as not safe for work.
Yep.
So any of them that aren't, even that are flagged for not safe for work, aren't going to show up on the
Reddit app for iPhone.
Reddit app for yeah.
Yeah. So Apple kind of has this wonky monopoly. So Tumblr decided that because they had a huge issue with porn bots, but it's really weird because now, like, you'll get these porn bots that are distressing to actually witness. Because I got followed the other day on my Tumblr, on my personal Tumblr, by Sasuke Uchiha is totally a bottom.
Doc could be proud.
I was like, okay, an interesting title. I usually follow people back because, you know, I'm not a rude dude. Later. Oh, that dude's dead. Sir, you are dead. Sorry, playing Spider-Man is entertaining sometimes because you're just like, sir, you appear to have died. Didn't even check if he was safe yet. So, needless to say, I thought, oh, that has to be a normal person.
Nap time.
So when I went searching, I found out, oh, they're a porn bot. It was very surreal because in that moment I realized this used to be some random dudes or chicks, probably a chick reading that title, is like that used to be some random chick's Tumblr. It was very bizarre to suddenly realize that they had their channel or their Tumblr completely taken over by a porn bot. It was, I think the closest I could compare it would be like if you were in the zombie apocalypse and you saw someone running around or saw a zombie running around and had to shoot them, but you could still see like their you could still see like lightly dyed hair or a like base nectar t-shirt, and like you had an idea of who this person was before they became a zombie. That's like how it felt. Like it was like watching a zombie shamble around in someone else's body, someone that you knew. Like not necessarily someone that you knew, but
Yeah.
like the porn bots are rampant. No doubt, no lie.
Gun running.
But
Let's see what I can do to cut down the supply.
I'm making sense, right? I feel like I just like completely lost everything that I was trying to say.
No, you're making sense. You're slowly making sense, but you are making sense.
I'll take slowly making sense. You know, I'm pretty certain that like I may not be killing these people, but like a lot of them are in the hospital after I'm done with them as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Cause like that dude just got like kicked in the spine hard enough to like become a paraplegic, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, if he's going 20 feet away.
Like he flew 20 feet and I kicked him in the lower spine. I'm not a doctor, however, I don't think I need to be one to diagnose him with dead.
House rules. Leave your shoes at the door.
I diagnose you with dead. Thank you, Dr. Pig.
That kind of
Your
the finisher?
advancements in the medical field are what keep humanity thriving.
You know, launching people off the sides of buildings is amazing, but at the same time, like, the speed at which you're traveling to suddenly be, like, stopped.
He's got, alright, he's got superpowers. He's apparently got something to do with it. Probably like titanium or something.
Okay, no. That nigga just... That dude just left the building at approximately Mach 4 after being boost rodad by, like, the Sonic Gauntlet thing that you can get.
Yeah.
That dude left the building at, like, Mach 5 because he was in mid-air. I had kicked him and then used it. He leaves the building at Mach 5. I don't care what any person says. I don't care where he ends up attaching to. He's going to hit that at such a high rate of speed that it's not going to matter.
Rate of speed.
Alright, sir. Rockets are dangerous. You need to not.
I'm gonna build a railgun that launches rock bars. So, Garrett knows what rock bars are.
Railguns are meant to launch, like, they use magnets to launch metal at high rates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are rock bars? Explain
a
me.
Giant metal bar.
Okay.
Place is locked down, Captain.
Why not just say
mount it
rebar
on the
or
back
something?
of Garrett's truck and have a railgun technical.
I mean, I did that.
We could
for
make
fun
that a
with-
video and get so many views with that.
So I assume
would that be, like, highly
you've been told
illegal
about
or
the
a small
person named
country?
Tima, or I presume you have been heard at least. You've heard at least of the person called Tommy from Kentucky. He was like Louie and I's friend,
If I'm gonna find all of Fisk's construction
and like
sites,
I think Ben might have been friends
No,
with him.
I
I'm
do
sure.
not. I do not know who Tommy is.
Garrett, do you know Tommy? Like, or have you heard of Tommy from Ben and the others? He went to St.
I
Mary's.
have not.
All right, 1 second. I'm gonna grab my drink and then explain Tommy.
So you could make a railgun with like a really powerful solenoid.
Yeah, you can make a make a railgun. and
All right,
then
so
mount it in the
Tommy
back.
was born and raised in Kentucky.
photos of popular landmarks should do.
Yeah.
Tommy also.
Is he a good Paducah boy?
Oh yeah, he was a good old boy. To put it into perspective, hey babe. Tommy was drove to school in a 14-foot flatbed, like diesel engine flatbed. All right,
Like
hold
a
on. I'll be right back.
18-wheeler?
No, 14-footer. Jesus, not an 18-wheeler. That's like an 80-foot truck. I'll be right back. Give me a second.
All right. He must be talking about like a gooseneck or something. No? Oh, I think I know what he's talking about.
I have no progress on my account. I didn't delete a file, did I? Oh well, shit, I'm not gonna play this game anymore.
Your mom's still in love with her?
Yeah.
Hey.
What?
My book is not a coaster.
No, it isn't. I only set it there temporarily. Literally, I just set it there to try to figure out a spot to put it. And I'm gonna probably put it on my business.
I mean, you can put it on there, but I want a coaster under.
There we go. Perfect.
I like hearing their conversations that like
All of the kids, all of what was in the kitchen.
like they're just in the background and they're just talking.
Do that. I just like
Also,
do a
all
little.
your stuff is right
Yeah, that'd be a conversation in the background, right?
here is stuff that my mom and I weren't sure about.
Garrett,
Thank you.
I'm already going to lock your entire family in your house and then burn it to the ground. Don't tack more sins on, Garrett. Ryan gets arrested for murder.
Bold of you to assume that I will ever have a full-on family, right?
Bold of you.
Bold of you to assume that I'll ever be in a fucking relationship. Just fucking like down my face.
Bold of you to assume I have reached peak autism levels.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna snack.
Get a snack every day.
Wait, I just closed the application. Anyway. No homo, by the way.
Nah, that's too late. Let's get some Garrett's gay in the chat.
Wasn't too late.
What if Jess just didn't come back?
Pretty funny. Not gonna lie.
Child, you have a nice comfy blanket over here.
Why? I made you this.
Is it even it's not even registering how much she weighs.
No,
It's
she's
so
not
light.
made.
Garrett, do you want to go do anything tomorrow? Because I'm going to be unbelievably bored.
Look at how nice and comfy that is.
Um,
It'd be better if I flipped the box upside down.
She seems to like hide in places. Alright, we have an insurance card
I don't know.
for our cat.
Okay, there we go. 215.7. Okay, babe.
So,
215.7. This is my sneaky peek.
No, I took it off at work because it's covered in old people.
Here we go.
Look at that, she's like 4.5 pounds. You were only about 4 last week.
on my screen here in Minecraft, a skeleton just fell from the sky.
Why would you do this?
She's drowning it.
Just fell down, just took fall damage. Oh man. Oh, oh wait, oh mate. Oh man.
Yes. I've lost like 5 pounds.
oh whoa, what's this?
Almost exactly, actually. That said 265.7, didn't it? Yeah, you weigh exactly 50 pounds more than me.
And it's not all fat. No, you gotta take me with him.
I don't wanna go to Chuck E. Cheese.
No, it's not gonna work.
Fine.
I'd rather pick you up around your middle than with your legs up in the air.
That lets you get under me, though.
This is gonna go bad. No, I'm not that strong.
Oh yeah, now she has a new hiding spot in the hall, by the way. Her favorite thing to do is to sit right under there, and you can just see like her eyes just glowing under there, like hee 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 hee.
Anonymous, come here. There you go.
Now I almost feel like the blanket's too big.
Yeah, she'll get under there. It can be comfy. Hey, she'll enjoy it.
I'm gonna put this in her little prison.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I am so sorry for how messy I am.
Don't be.
And I'm really sorry that your mom came over and helped.
No, it's fine. I'm glad she did because I probably wouldn't have done anything if she hadn't.
Why are you sniffing my shoes? They smell bad.
No, Karen. There we go.
Brookdale, send me a thing. Why do you? No. Hey.
What?
Ew.
What?
You have the fish net and where the clean dishes go.
Where?
The fish net was
Is it in that?
yes.
I didn't even notice. My mother had. I mean, it was a clean fish net.
Oh, this is where my first one was.
Yeah, to finish the web swinging. Here you go, baby. Yeah, you can climb in your little box. Maybe now you'll actually use it. You goof.
Okay, I gotta eat.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am returned. Please be careful what you say on stream, my love. Also, I am streaming, so you know.
You tell me that now that I'm
Oh, you haven't been in view yet?
I have to go buy in order to get these.
Well,
I use that man.
here. This is not in view. That's temporary fix. Child. Anyways,
I'm
what,
older than you.
I will still call you child.
Infant.
We reserve the right to refuse service and knock out any criminals. Says so right on the sign.
She like passed me over.
I think I smoothed things over with the Grey Committee. If Lance Corporal Texador's fitting tomorrow goes well, we should be okay.
That's fantastic, Doc. We're back on track.
Yeah.
Provisionally, as long as our little incident escaped the mayor's attention. You be at the fitting tomorrow?
Definitely. It'll go great. We're gonna change the world, Doc.
I'll settle for not starting any more fires. See you tomorrow, Peter. Here's to a successful day.
But yeah, my mom brought me some food and whatnot, helped me clean everything. The only thing that did not get cleaned is the bedroom and the bathroom. What? No, my mom didn't leave this area. I moved that. It's under my TV, or under the TV back there.
Oh my god. If your mom was doing that, I could have looked her in the face.
I would laugh so hard. No, my mother straight up stated at one point, she's like, I don't want to see anything I'm not supposed to see. Speaking of which, I did flip that around.
Officers needed near Kips Bay.
We're abandoning Kips Bay. Oh my god. Okay, so here's the problem of watching and or listening to Hamilton and then playing Spider-Man. New York City has not changed much since the Revolution. Like, it's just gotten a little bigger.
Never take a day off.
So you'll sometimes hear, what did you do?
I kicked her toy. She was okay, but I ended up kicking her as she tried to go after her.
Child. Why would you punch our child? Why would you hurt our child in any way?
Always nice to stop a mugging. Gotta stay
Yeah,
strong.
I wasn't sure exactly what was going to be not trash and was trash, so I just... Oh, my neck just popped. Holy sweet God. Oh. That moment when your neck pops,
So-
and, like... Go ahead.
You were talking about Tommy or something?
Yes,
Whenever we were
Tommy.
talking about
Tommy.
building a
So Tommy was
railgun?
like a good old
Time to
boy.
grab a snapshot.
Like the definition of it. He graduated high school at 20, I think it was.
That'll do.
19 or 20.
Map should be recalibrated now.
He was born in late May, so he might have been
Photography
19, but like
since playing the
about to be
bugle.
20.
God, how much I enjoy it. Should keep an eye out for more landmarks. to
But
see.
so naturally, you know, Tommy drove that 14-foot flatbed to school every day. He was not exactly a what you would say the I'm trying to think of the average student. Yeah,
Huh.
like
Mr.
his
Lee.
parents owned a farm, etc. You know the kind of person I'm talking about, right? So
Yeah.
Tommy's 14-foot
Sure thing.
flatbed
Just
on the
let me know when you're
back
ready.
had a
I'll swing
spot
by.
that me, Adam, and him decided, hey, let's put in the correct things to mount a gun on the back of this. Yeah.
That sounds entertaining.
Oh, it was glorious. So naturally, we got the gun mounted on it, or we put all the mounts to it, and they were like, well, what are we gonna mount to it? Because like we don't own any machine guns. And I jokingly said, well, what if we took a railgun, because technically there's nothing wrong with creating a railgun. It's not illegal. Like, legally, it's not illegal unless it's, like, above a certain height. Whatever.
You guys don't look like locksmiths.
And alley-oop! Push road! Oh, shit. I don't have one ready. There we go. And, yoop. Ayúdame! So anyways,
If you're not good at breaking or
we
entering,
decided, let's build a railgun. And it would charge off of the truck battery. So, you know, as long as you had the truck on, it would not drain the battery or anything, you know, which is good, because, you know, you don't want to kill your friend's battery after he has graciously said, yeah, sure, you can mount a weapon on the What did she do? Oh, she does that a lot. Well, you like went, ah! So anyways, we mounted a railgun on the back of Tommy's truck and decided to test it out. This railgun was approximately 10 gauge.
Oh my god.
Oh, it wasn't like some mamby-pamby high school senior project, like 3 centimeter railgun. This was...
I'm losing him. Hi, Mr. Lee.
If a nice person is in front of this, he will die.
Like, no lie, that is exactly our thought process was. If the wrong motherfucker... Oh, damn it, I fucked that up.
Long time no see.
If the wrong motherfucker tries to cut us off... So we decided to test it out in the field that his parents owned. We set up a target made out of hay, and went, alright, let's see how this goes.
Guys, if you worked this hard at a legit job, you wouldn't be criminals.
Depending on your opinion on things, either mistakes were made, or we did a glorious thing.
Even a mistake can be glorious in the eyes of an inventor.
Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah, tell the U.S. government that.
Just happy little accidents.
So anyways, so we decided to test this out, and I remember it's loading up, and this thing, we didn't think about it, but of course, because of how railguns work, they vibrate a little bit as they're charging, like depending on how big of a charge they've got. Whenever we hit the maximum we were willing to let this thing charge to, because, you know, we didn't want to blow up something on accident. You know, just standard stuff. We didn't want to blow something up, so we were like, okay, let's not let this charge for too long. The next thing we know is the whole truck is vibrating like a drum.
Step 10.
And it's just sitting there moving, and like I can't aim this thing because I'm standing on the back of it, like aiming it, and I'm sitting there like vibrating like a damn fucking name me some, like a washing machine. Like, you know how like old Washington machines will like rumble and like shake? Yeah, Tommy's truck is shaking from wheel to wheel. And Tommy's like, alright, I don't give a fuck now, guys. Fire that shit before you break my truck. And I was just like, boom, I fire, and it misses the target.
Oh god.
And it hits a tree. And this is not like some brand new tree. This is like one of those trees that like the Indians would say, or I'm sorry, the Native Americans would say is like sacred. Like, the trees, these are sacred to my people. I'm referencing Red Dead Redemption 2. Don't give me that look. I'm not making a racial remark. I'm referencing Red Dead Redemption 2 and the character being really oversensitive about some bison. The bison are sacred to my people. What? Anyways,
Susan's already mad at you for more reasons. Okay.
Look, I accepted the fact that I'm not gonna have a YouTube career unless like the CEO changes to someone like us. So anyways, like this was an ancient tree. I hit this thing with a like basically what amounts to a 10 gauge slug that was about 4 inches long and 10 gauge, like a little bit smaller than what a 10 gauge slug would be, and it hits it, and there's a chunk of this tree. Now Tommy was about 5 inches shorter than me, so he was probably about 6 foot or 5'8", give or take, and he weighed about 300 pounds.
Oh,
You
so
could've
he's a
fit-
little stocky fellow.
Oh yeah, he was stocky as hell. You could fit Tommy through that hole, like
Oh my god!
dead ass. You could
That
have fit.
sounds sick!
It was terrifying. Tommy rips the next day. Me and Adam stopped by Tommy's house. Tommy has pulled the railgun off, put it in his shop, and is like, "We're not firing that thing on my truck again. We're firing it again, just not on my truck." So we drive down to Adam's dad, and we also agreed to never fire it without a backstop again because we were terrified, and we got really lucky that it hit the tree on the side, so it hit the tree and ricocheted off. We found it too. It was. You ever seen what a squash head round out of a tank does?
No.
As the name hints, it squashes down and it turns almost two-dimensional. Yeah, this thing was bent sideways and then squashed down. That's how much force it hit a tree with. We were like, whoo! We sat there and we looked at each other and we were like, what would this do to a human being?
Pink mist. 2 words.
There's a reason why the U.S. Navy uses ones that are about 5 times that size. For anti-ship warfare. So we drive this thing to Adam's uncle or Adam's friend's uncle. I don't know. I don't remember the explanation, but we drove it to a range that they were going to let us do this, and it had an old car and a trailer at the range. And so we aim it at this car.
Hi, Mr. Muggins.
And I managed to hit the car.
Sleep it off.
And ooh boy.
Wait, I get paid at the end of the week. I get. Oh.
That dude just got yeeted off of that building. So anyways.
It's yote.
Yeah. Good day.
Yote. I yoted before I should have yeeted in there. What is it? I mean, I'll try it.
What happened to the car?
There was a hole in the car from front to back. And I went, and when I say front to back, I mean I went through the engine, I went through the cabin, I went through the trunk. This.
Jesus.
Oh,
Wait,
it was.
did you go through the engine block?
Yes.
Yo,
This thing is.
Garrett, we gotta build one. We gotta build one.
I don't know how
You
these
can mount it on
things
the
are
back of my truck. You lit.
Because, alright, do you really think the average Joe is going to know how to build a railgun?
They're not
And they're going to
complicated.
take the time.
They're not all you need is metal tube, copper wiring, and magnets. That's all you need to build a railgun. It's like a bump fire, or not a bump fire. It's like a bump shotgun, where you basically take a 12 gauge tube, put a 12 gauge Oh, okay. That's a lot of dudes. Hey, can you hold that for me?
We can put the railgun and then have 2 flamethrowers beside it on the turret.
Yes, Garrett!
Oh my god!
Yes!
Why are people okay?
Or
if you-
we could
okay.
have one
Listen to
as
me.
it's charging, it shoots fire out the side, and then we've gotta
Alright.
gotta play Slayer or Megadeth.
No.
blare it.
Okay, what you gotta play is you gotta play shit. Let me pull up the song so I make sure I say the right one because I know 5 main songs. Oh, I'm low battery. Shit. Oh shit. Okay, I get it. My
So
my shit's low battery.
if you play Delusion of Savior by Slayer, you have the first
Oh, did you see
riff
the picture I sent you? Look at it.
then you light the flames and it's like
No. You gotta play this song. Oh my god, why is my phone being retarded? We can go to Ming Moon. We can go to Ming Moon.
What song?
We have no money.
It would cost less than $20. I can help support part of the cost. We don't have to pay a tip. It's literally under $20. Give me a second and I will tell you what the name of the song is. Either Cowerless Rex or, come on. If my phone was like a millimeter faster, this would be so much easier.
Do you mean a millisecond?
Probably. I don't know what I said.
Jess, you need to make your way over here one weekend, and we need to just sit down and build a railgun.
Lion from the North. You need to play Lion from the North by Sabaton. They're a Norwegian metal band.
Yes, I know Sebastian. Or Sabaton or whatever.
I was about to say Sebastian, motherfucker. There is no I in their name at all. I. But
so
dude,
Wolf of the North?
Lion of the North. Lion from the North. It's
Lion of the North.
genuinely one of my favorite songs.
And I guess these guys aren't trading baseball cards.
But is it Slayer though?
Oh,
No man, you need to play Ice Plague by... You need to play Chlamydia by Ice Plague.
Oh, you lion.
You start off, you light the flames to the first like... And then you start charting it, and it starts rattling.
Rattle 6, dude.
God, that I
Later.
just what? All right, how better would you want to spend your time than like? All right, hey Ryan, what did you do with your friends over the weekend? Or just like, hey Billy, what'd you do with your friends over the weekend? Oh yeah, we went out and we went fishing and we caught like a big old largemouth bass, but we let it go. Ryan, what'd you do? We built a railgun and put it on my brother's truck.
I mean,
And it was funny.
what is it made of? What's the meat?
Italian style herb sausage.
Mr. Lee's probably in the kitchen getting ready
I'm
for the
in.
party.
But like dead ass. Building a railgun is genuinely one of the most fun things I've ever done because it's not like hyper complicated. So you don't have to like stress about it too much. But at the same time,
If we had a
it's,
3D printer, we could like 3D extra parts. We could like print extra parts to it.
It would need a little bit. Like I don't know if I would trust the 3D printed polymer stuff.
Yeah.
Like when I say I am recommending to you to build a smaller caliber.
No, I mean.
What?
Yet.
Sorry.
I mean,
When I say I recommend building a smaller caliber, I mean don't go bigger than a fucking 20 gauge. Please.
No, this.
Oh, bye Garrett.
Peter, are you in trouble?
Shit.
Do you need money?
No.
Well, one's back. There they are. Okay, no, don't build that. For the love of Christ, do not build that. If you're gonna build, okay, let me explain this. If you were going to build something to launch those, don't put it on the back of a vehicle because it's not going to be able to handle it. Like, dude, you're going to flip his truck trying to charge it.
My rent, but no.
No, yeah, we've got to build a tripod for it.
Oh, that's crazy.
I still wish you
Yeah, you gotta build like a
You're
just
gonna
a beam that comes straight up from the bottom of from the bed of the truck.
No, you don't put it in the truck, Garrett. You're going to flip your truck if we mount a rock bar launcher.
No, I'm not saying the
On your
rock bar
truck.
launcher. I'm just saying if we did the railgun, we would have like we'd do like a technical and have like the beam coming up from the middle.
Working here.
Yeah.
Sacrificing
Yeah.
so much and
He's
Like,
sick.
if
You
you
have
were
to
going
find
to
somewhere
build
in the
this,
frame.
my recommendation to keep this like thing, I'm trying to think,
5 years ago,
because like the way you're describing what this is launching, you're gonna have to let it charge to the point that it's vibrating violently.
Thank you.
Like the way the way that the Navy stops these things from being inaccurate due to the vibration, is they just make them so damn heavy that they can vibrate all they want. They don't have the room to vibrate. But that's not really viable on small scale, like for civilian method, because you can't just
Thanks again for setting all this up.
make 700 pounds worth of concrete
He's
around
always
it.
told me if you help someone, you help everyone.
Watch me!
Maybe we should send Mayday. I gotta run.
You would need like a killdozer to be able to have something like that.
Garrett.
Oh.
Just a killdozer with a giant
Garrett.
railgun mounted on it.
Alright.
Take it outside.
Now we can justify Dad purchasing a bulldozer.
Well, babe,
Dad has a
they're not.
bulldozer.
This is
No, he sold it.
Oh yeah, he sold it. That's right.
it's kind of like a homeless shelter, but functional.
You think we could like find a track hoe that would be cheap to buy, that we could rip the arm off and then put a hydraulic on it so that you can aim it up and down, and then side
Okay.
to side with one of the
You
joysticks.
could just buy a hydraulic at that rate.
Honest to God, though, have you seen like the it's the spider bulge? But have you seen like the big trucks that will for fixing power lines and shit?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you've seen those,
Is that the size of Tommy's truck? I think I know what you're
Tommy's
talking
truck
about.
is a little bit smaller. He's got a new truck now, which depresses us, but he actually got extra money because he had what essentially amounts to a machine gun mount on the back of his truck.
The Kingpin had hidden in his closets.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to like.
Oh, what's up, John? We are streaming and
Yep,
discussing
I am streaming.
building a railgun that launches a rock bar.
These
So a rock bar is
Fucking
essentially
idiots.
like this big piece of steel that is used
What?
for breaking up like rock and asphalt
can.
and concrete.
I do because I've given up my hopes. Look, if I suddenly gained a lot of subscribers, I would stop swearing,
Yeah.
but I
this is
would
the
not.
Shocker's original-
It's not worth it. Like
I will be right back
Susan
to
Wojcicki
discuss
doesn't like me
more.
enough. Okay, just to give you the
Attention units. Civilians are trapped
Short-
following a car accident.
short and sweet of what I've explained to them.
Like I was saying.
I explained that
Head to the lab. Sorry.
during my junior senior year of high school.
I just wanted to tell you how much what you said meant to me.
1 second. There
I
we
always
go.
wonder if I'm doing right by you.
Okay, so during my junior senior year of high school, my friends and I,
So many
Adam
times
and
I would have fallen apart if not for you.
Well, that
Not
works
you.
both ways, Peter.
it's named the guy who
I
just
just
joined
wanted
us.
to make sure you knew
John.
that.
May I?
No, I know you
don't know
don't.
what to
That's fine.
say.
I'm just letting you know.
Oh, I think Mr. Lee needs my help.
No, I'm giving it the short and sweet,
See
John.
you soon, dear.
So, anyways, so
Love you too.
my friend Tommy drives a 14-foot flatbed to school every day, and my friend Adam and I decide, hey, you know what would be a great idea? If we just tried
Would you look at that? Half the crime towers back
tried
up
to
already.
attach a
Spider cops
10
up
gauge
the
railgun to the back
job.
of that
Hell or
truck.
high water. The job gets.
Nope. Nope.
She'd never admit it, but the
So-
chief was warming up to Spider Cop.
The
His
original
casual
idea was
disregard
let's
for
make
by-the-book
a
thinking was a breath of fresh
MG
air.
mount basically
She'd come around.
for
Someday.
what? Oh, you precious baby. But anyways, so what?
Witnesses are
She's like, what did I do?
Please proceed to Columbia.
So anyways, my friends and I were like, oh yeah, let's make an MG mount for the back of your truck, and we could mount an MG to the back of your truck. Of course, none of us really thought about the fact of like, what are we going to do with this?
Muggers never take a day off. Who wants a picture?
How do I get better?
Hell yeah. Rude as fuck to hit me with a crowbar, guys. Really. Like, I'm kind of...
You're gonna hate me when I
So anyways,
You're gonna get
we decided we were going to attach a railgun because there's nothing illegal about attaching a railgun to, well, there's nothing illegal about making a railgun. And we
And no more muggers.
finished building our railgun, and it's about a 10 gauge railgun, and it's about 3.5 feet long, give or take. And we had it set up to where it would charge off the battery while the truck was turned on. That way, you know, it's not gonna kill the truck or anything.
Anonymous, you're so cute, but I need to do things.
Bring her here.
No.
Yeah.
At her all day. Anonymous, I need some.
All you need is wiring, an electrical connection, magnets, and the proper tubing. You can look up how-tos on the internet. I was 17 with a MacBook.
Local unit.
Like, I just googled how to build a railgun and then just upscaled it.
Report came in from Morningside Heights. Over.
You put up with so much, don't you?
No, not a pickup truck, a 14-foot flatbed. What do you mean Herculean task? Like, government ones are, like, are huge. Mine was, like, tiny comparatively.
You had a baby.
They're not that complicated to make.
Start how to make them on YouTube.
What?
By the beatdown, die by the beatdown.
I mean,
But if you like really scale down nuclear reactors, it's not that complicated.
well, yeah, but nuclear
No, I won't be liable for shit. If someone watches the video, goes and makes one, and
Supposedly,
the cops
Fisk made
come
his
ask
fortune
us what
selling
the
these
fuck was
spices.
And now I want to do the same but build it on like a small scale and mount it in the back of my truck.
okay, look. Minimizing the railgun is a lot simpler than minimizing.
Stop it. Stop. I will put duct tape
I don't know, like, no, railguns are... What do you want from me?
some common sense.
What do you mean make it sound cooler?
Anonymous,
I built a railgun, like, people do it all the time for senior projects. Yes, no, okay, the at the Scholastic Book Fair, I could buy a 12-inch railgun, like, a little, like, couple centimeter 12-inch railgun that would fire little
I've
marbles.
never seen it before in my entire life.
Dude, ThinkGeek sells them
I
too.
wish.
ThinkGeek sells them too. They're literally just little miniature railguns. They're a bit of tubing with magnets on the side, and you just put little metal ball bearings through them. What? Georgia. But this was back when I lived in Kentucky.
we have rednecks here. Get some ideas.
I've
We
never
don't do
seen
what?
a real railgun before in my entire life.
I don't
Yes.
I
We
just
had
like
really boring science fairs, so we could.
This wasn't- no, I'm not
Jess,
talking science
Jess.
fairs, I'm-
Louisiana is 49th in education. You'd be very surprised to see someone do something like a baking soda volcano in a public school.
50.
God, I love
We're number
Louisiana.
Hey Ryan, I have Minecraft now, by the way.
Dude, sick! Join my world.
what?
Help me build my
What?
Help me build my
Yeah,
my
they're in the
farm
skull cup.
out back.
Yeah, it's the solar system thing that I got.
I can't just
You
join right
you
now.
said you
Fight
wanted
me.
it. Yeah, like back right at Christmas. Yeah, I did. We saw it on Wish. It just came today. Anyways, but I mean, like it was a thing for engineering students. I don't know. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Debris is trapping someone inside that car.
Well, don't do that.
Are you online, Garrett?
Yeah?
It should be on the counter.
Need to find
Turn on the light in there and find
Let me
out.
save and
Still
quit.
gotta be nearby.
What? I don't understand what I did wrong. Oh, well, I don't know what other pins there are. But yeah, no, like I get it that like that's not a thing. But like that was just a thing my friends and I decided to do because we were stupid and moderately poor judgment. So anyways, yeah, we built a railgun and put it on the back of Tommy's. What? Oh.
Hey, somebody invite
colorblind.
Ring.
Oh.
It's green.
Colorblind.
Green.
It looked brown to me because I'm colorblind. I don't see colors
You didn't
correctly.
tell me you were colorblind.
I've told you this multiple times.
You have not.
Yes, I have.
You have not.
No, Ryan just said, "Man, that came out of the orange."
Hi, Ryan.
Max says hi, Ryan. But anyways, and John.
Howdy doody.
Max says hi to all of you. I'm just gonna shorten that. But no. So we.
All right, where are you, Garrett?
Okay, Garrett. Max wanted me to explicitly tell you that she does not, or sorry, that they do not say hi to you. Only to Garrett, or only to Ryan and John.
Oh, okay. See how it is.
Garrett, stop where you are.
So anyways, so we built the railgun, and it's about a 10 gauge. It's about 3.5, 4 feet long.
Garrett, I said stop where you are.
And
Jesus.
we're sitting there, and we've got it hooked to the back of Tommy's truck. Truck is on, and it starts charging up. And railguns, when they charge up, start to kind of vibrate from the energy because it's an electromagnetic gun. It's going to vibrate because of just the sheer kinetic energy that's being stored inside of it, or potential energy. So,
All right, Garrett, I see
John,
you.
I take it you know what a 10 gauge looks like.
Come with me.
All right, imagine a 10 gauge slug that was about 4 or 5 inches long, give or take, made of solid steel. That's what this thing was firing. It charges up. What? Getting steel and welding it together isn't hard when your buddy is legally allowed to weld.
Better find a back way.
You can weld no matter what.
Well, yeah, like, but
Yo,
Tommy.
we'll spawn.
Well, yeah, I know, but like Tommy was a professional welder at this point. He may not have graduated high school,
well.
but he was already like 20. So anyways, we made like little steel bullets essentially for it. We just took old. Alright, look, Kentucky's a wild fucking place. Like, dead ass.
I am losing patience. Where
Dead ass. Kentucky ain't. Like, this is why I tell people, like, do not stop in Kentucky unless you, like, unless you are at an actual gas station or you are from Kentucky. Don't stop, or, like, not a gas station, like a, what are they called? The like, public stop places?
Rest areas.
Yeah, rest areas. Unless you at an actual, like, government-funded rest area, or you live in Kentucky,
Looks like a heist in progress.
Copy that.
you'd be with me,
Sending
you're
units
fine.
your way. Keep the situation from
Like,
getting
I know
worse.
how to handle that shit.
Can do.
Like, you, if you have to stop... It's like,
Gotta do this quietly. Don't want to alert the others.
No, you haven't even heard what our railgun did. So we made a target out of, like, hay. We made a target out of hay. Because Tommy actually worked, like, his family owned farms. And... so, you know, that was, like, we made a target out of hay in the back of his fields. That way there was, like, something for us to fire at and test this. That's sensible, right? Like, I haven't exited the realm of reality yet. Correct?
Whoa, careful.
Okay, well, sue me. My friends and I are not intelligent / are very intelligent. Like, it's a little bit of both.
Someone's coming.
Look, we're the kind of intelligent that doesn't think about what they're doing, but does it because it'll be cool. So anyways, so railguns, when they start charging, when they get to a high enough charge, will start to vibrate. The government fixes this on their ships by, you know, attaching them to a battleship. So, you know, it can vibrate all at once. It does not have the sheer energy to actually vibrate the whole ship, so it doesn't really move much. We had it attached to the back of a 14-foot flatbed. The whole truck is vibrating like a damn washing machine from the 60s. So anyways, lo and behold, I can't aim because the whole damn thing is vibrating hard enough that I am shaking left to right faster than I can focus my eyes. So Tommy's freaking out because his whole truck is going and vibrating like left and right so hard that it's like rocking from one side to the other. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Fire that thing. Get it the hell off my truck. So naturally, I click the button. It sets off. I miss. We didn't fire into a hill. There wasn't a hill behind this hay. There was just woods. Now, there wasn't... It didn't... No, we hit a tree, and on the tree line, it went about 3 feet back from the tree line and smashed into a tree. Now, Tommy was about 5'6" to 5'8". I don't remember the exact height, and I'm bad at guessing height, so I'm gonna put him somewhere between there. And weighed about 300 pounds, give or take. Well, 300 to 350, somewhere in there. I don't remember. He weighs a lot less now, but you could have fit Tommy through that tree. Like, the hole that was created by our slug, you could have fit Tommy through. So we were like, oh shit. So the next weekend we go back to Tommy's and he's taken the railgun and like removed it from his truck because he's like, fuck this, I don't want this thing on my truck. What? So we drive the truck up to a friend of Adam's gun range that has a trailer and a car on it, and we line it up, charge it up, and we fire. And this 4-inch steel slug punches through the front end of that car and exits out the trunk. Like, I mean, it punches into the engine block, into the cabin, into the trunk, and out of the back of the trunk. No, that time we were firing into a hill. This was a actually decent firing range, not just some random shit. So we were smart enough the second time to actually get a firing range, because we didn't know what we were doing the first time. I mean, we probably, you could argue that we didn't know what we were doing the second time, but an effort was made to be safe. We didn't try it on the trailer because we looked at the car and we went through the engine block of the car. I'm pretty sure we can punch through the trailer, because, you know, I think that's thinner than the engine block. But yeah, so these goofballs over here, the Lee brothers, are like, oh yeah, let's make a railgun and attach it to Garrett's truck. And I'm just sitting here like, could you not make my mistakes?
It's no. It's
on a
not
smaller scale. You do it
It's
a
not a
smaller.
14-foot
You said an
diesel.
8 gauge. You said an 8 gauge.
Okay, Ryan said an 8
I
gauge.
want to launch
Ryan
a
said
rock
8
bar.
gauge.
I
Yeah,
want to
Ryan wants to launch a rock
bar.
bar. That's not happening. I will not participate in that.
Thank you. At least one of the Lee brothers is
I
not
will not participate in
insane.
that tomfoolery.
My
Someone has
railgun
to
will
draw the
not
line, okay?
launch a rock bar.
Hey, what is that?
Rail guns are not hard to make.
Don't move.
Like, they aren't.
Buddy, if I had a nickel for every...
All
double
you
roll-
need is tubing that can withstand the pressure, magnets,
So like
electromagnets.
some oil field pipe.
MJ? What are you doing here?
Same as you. Working.
Okay,
At least,
but a nuclear reactor requires you to acquire
I
uranium.
think this is yours.
yeah. Thanks.
So Robbie's got you covering a break-in for the Bugle?
Okay, but a nuclear reactor requires you to get uranium or some other kind of
There wasn't a
nuclear
break-in until a few months
fusionable, like some other kind of
Let me explain.
high-grade metals that are not. Okay, technically, but to get enough to properly make a nuclear reactor that's going to not,
Excuse me. Hi, Mary Jane Watson.
Okay, it's a lot cheaper to make a railgun.
Like to get a jump on things.
Well, I don't.
Like, you just
You'll have to come back tomorrow.
you just tell the school, hey, instead
I'm
of
sorry.
throwing away your old DVD players, you just give them to me because you're going to throw them away anyways. You
sorry,
strip them
it's-
down.
It looks like we're gonna have to run something else on the cover. And
But wait, what?
look around and familiarize yourself with the items. And I'll be waiting by the faculty stand when you're ready to begin.
I'm
Builds a nuclear weapon with alarm clocks.
builds a nuclear weapon with alarm clock.
First time they fought. You got away, collapsed in my yard.
Just a regular Tuesday in Kentucky.
I mean, okay, I'm not gonna lie. It would not shock me if I found out that some dumbass in Kentucky built a fucking nuclear reactor from alarm clock. I mean, shit, like, didn't the Boy Scouts did?
Garrett. Garrett. Garrett, where are you? Come back here.
I'm sorry, like, a railgun is just essentially an electrical current, tubing.
It's a solenoid, in all honesty.
But to me, it's not a complicated thing. Like, you can do that. Get some tube. That's a lot
Hey,
more
that's actually a lot
complicated.
easier than you think. You ever heard of the killdozer?
Okay, that is true. You could, if you wanted to build a tank, it is not impossible to do. Okay, well, if it is feasible to be done, I am not shocked that someone does it. If feasibly it can be done, I am not wholly shocked when someone does it. Like, I may be like, wow, that was impressive. Like the killdozer. It could be done. It would not be too complicated to do as long as you had the correct materials available to you. I'm like, I'm a little bit shocked that someone would do that, but you know, it's pretty.
He's a reasonable man driven to do
Okay.
unreasonable things.
He's an
That's
unreasonable
what he said
man.
in his manifesto.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough.
Professional contact.
Like,
I handled many
it,
of the sales.
you misunderstand. Like, I grew up with people that are the kind. Let me finish my sentence before you make that judgment. I grew up with people where doing a random thing on a like weekend was something fun to do. It's not a weapon of mass destruction.
It's not
it
a
doesn't have
weapon
the
of mass
yield.
destruction.
It has no yield. It's a mild, like it's just got a heavy impact. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Didn't like some Boy Scouts build a nuclear reactor?
No, of course not.
Yeah.
That I was aware of.
Or like I thought they were technically Eagle
actually,
Scouts.
he actually like built one, almost like one that was a self-sustaining reactor, just about. But he canceled the project whenever radiation levels were too high, because you know people die whenever there's too much radiation.
Oh, I know. I was just wondering, now that he's arrested, if you had ever noticed anything.
Alright, look. Maybe to me it's not a big deal because I did it already, and like to me it was just like, yeah, we just did something for fun like over a couple of weeks.
Just the photo, please. Stand right there.
Alright, look. Like, I understand.
Get my good side. Stand right there.
I understand that it is not necessarily a...
I do want to build one though.
There's nothing you'd like to say?
I mean, if you want to build one, all you need is like... If you're not concerned about making a big one...
No, I'm gonna make a build one, and I'm gonna mount it on a kill.
You're gonna make a build one?
I'm gonna make a big one, and it's gonna be mounted on a killdozer.
Yeah.
My dear.
Nice. I still need to call in like 4 more
Use the restroom real quick.
I need to call in like 4 more canisters.
This is a
Are
really
you?
lovely space.
Yeah, I'll join you. Give me a second.
It might be something else, Ryan.
Be right back.
Oh, the cat's
Thanks,
harassing
Garrett.
Max.
Very cool.
Hello?
Wait, I haven't heard Garrett in like 20 minutes.
Call.
Ah, damn it! I'll have to end the
Because
stream.
reporter you sent
But
is
yeah, no.
clearly not working to police
Ladies,
the
I'm gonna retitle this stream "How to Build a Railgun" and how to nonchalantly impress your friend by accident.
I think it is. This just turned into a farce.
What do you mean you had to research?
No, I didn't. I didn't think anything of it.
She's not your reporter. Who is she, Craig?
Yes, just building a railgun on a brisk Tuesday.
Alright, look. There wasn't a lot to do.
Standard Paducah boys.
I don't trust you to fix this.
Pete told me about this. Fisk used it to hide evidence. Why didn't the cops take it?
Alright, look here. I had no intention to like.
How long did it take you to build?
I think it took us like 3 weeks to get everything together, and then about a week of like putting things together. Dude, like, I feel like it would simultaneously terrify and entertain you.
Most common pose is
with the fact that we
facing forward.
built it using basically metal, copper wire, some magnets, and duct tape. We built it with duct tape, nigga. We built it with duct tape.
You use duct tape. All right,
Yeah.
that's officially Paducah boys.
Like, we built it with duct tape and zip ties.
You know, you didn't solder it, or you didn't
don't-
like.
Oh no, there was bits and pieces that were like soldered. Sure.
I mean, I can't really tell why, but you know, it vibrates so much.
Alright, man, like, look, we don't have the... we didn't have the money to, like, build it with professional grade shit. We just had, like, alright, here's... duct tape and zip ties. Alright, look, if you can't fix it with duct tapes and zip ties, it ain't fixable. Like, that's how that works.
Devil's breath. What is devil's breath?
Yeah, basically. Like, if you can't...
Man, I wish Louisiana would would take note of that.
No. You don't understand how many times you would see like mufflers that are like zip tied and duct taped on to the car. Like, you give, like, stoners in Kentucky's are, like, STEM field grade engineers when it comes, if you give them, like, some wood, a lighter, and some weed, they will build a fucking bong and pipe out of it. Like, duct tape and zip ties, that's all you need to build things.
I was on my
Why?
when I saw you.
You're lucky to be alive.
This is the guy I saved 5 minutes ago. Listen, whoever these master guys are, they're after this vial. I'll never forget
No. What?
Okay.
Uranium and a single sardine can.
Sounds like a plan. Good to see you, Pete.
Yeah, you too.
They just build a
Just
center.
Kentucky.
Just Kentucky, like, builds the first space elevator. Everyone's like, when did you build this? Last Tuesday night, me and the boys got bored. We were a little bit drunk. We decided, fuck it, let's build a space elevator.
Focus, Pete. Focus.
NASA's just over there, like, why did we build in Florida?
Should clear these guys out before I push forward.
Like, why did we go to Florida? Like, we could have.
We got Paducah boys.
I just.
Okay, Pete.
I wasn't born there. Don't forget, I was not born in.
File. What's in it that these guys want so bad?
I was born in Kansas. Look, Kentucky's full of a. Oh no.
But it seemed to scare Fisk. He compares it to Pandora's box.
What?
Okay, room is clear.
To me, this is like, this was something we just did. And well, I mean, I doubt, like, your
You have
average...
nothing else to do in Kentucky, so you find a way to entertain yourself.
Yeah, like, that's dead ass
Bored
how
people,
it goes.
advanced society.
Like, we were like,
do you think-
I wonder if we could build an MG mount to Tommy's truck. We built an MG mount to Tommy's truck. Well, what can we attach to this? Because we don't have the money to buy an actual machine gun.
No! Let me go!
MJ.
And then, we decided, well, let's build a railgun, because we knew railguns were a thing. We were like, theoretically, how do we make this? We went, okay.
Stop!
We made it. Like,
We just
like,
went,
this is...
it came into existence.
Not cool with the hostage taking guys.
What do you mean?
Whoa, what is up with that glowing stuff on your hand? Are you guys
Elon Musk genetically engineers cat girls
With the duct tape and zip ties.
with duct tape and zip ties.
Jurassic Park, but it's made by Kentucky people. Well, we figured, you know, if the DNA was still inside of the mosquitoes, then theoretically,
not a ghost thing.
split the.
All good. Fight a ghost stays on the old bucket list.
All right, no. Hold on. hold on. Oh, fun fact, the Tyrannosaurus Rex in the original Jurassic Park and in the first Jurassic World is actually supposed to be the same T-Rex. Fun fact, didn't know that.
There's
Anyways, so
there's a midget
Jurassic
zombie on a full-grown zombie's head, like just piggyback riding in this game.
Don't disrupt their family. Like, this is their father-son time.
Yeah, I'm letting them be.
Alright, so Jurassic Park, but it was filmed, like, but the Hammond is a Kentuckian. Well, I said to myself while I was building that zoo, I was like, you know, I wonder if theoretically I could get a dinosaur DNA out of a mosquito. And so I was looking at the dinosaur DNA and, you know, doing my thing. And my friend Billy Bob said, hey, I found some actual like T-Rex DNA. I think it's T-Rex DNA. This mosquito here bit this here mosquito bit a dinosaur and then got frozen in the amber. Well, theoretically, if we were to extract the innards of that mosquito out because it's been preserved by the amber, we could, in fact, possibly use that to.
I just talked to Craig. You are not.
Use that to find the DNA. So we took it out. We took a hairdryer to split the genome because we took a hairdryer. We split the genomes, and we found the pieces. Then we took it and used the turkey baster to put it inside of a frog's body. The frog laid its egg, and out popped a like half frog, half T-Rex. So then we just kind of took it a few steps further, and eventually, bada bang, bada boom.
Totally.
This is Sophie. She's my T-Rex.
So
She's about a year old now.
Well,
Don't get too close. She bites,
I just got an
but
all
she's a
text
good girl
from Robbie
overall.
about my so-called antics tonight. So it looks like
Just treating it like a pit bull.
They would. Like, don't dead ass. If a Kentuckian like acquired, dude. Okay, Kentuckians have lynxes and bobcats for pets. No, I've met a couple Kentuckians with gators. Like, they would purchase them from Louisianans.